Theatrical Shenanigans with
Darrin Ingram.
Hello there, and welcome to this first episode in our fifth series of Theatrical Shenanigans. For those who have not joined us before, I am your host, Rachel Feeney-Williams, and over the next 10 episodes, I will bring you a series of wonderful audio plays written by playwrights from all over the world, as well as chats with a series of fabulous guests. So let's meet our first one, shall we? My first guest of this series is considered Theatrical Shenanigans royalty, having not only appeared as a panellist on The Panel Presents back in February 2024, and been a featured playwright in March 2024 with his wonderful play Goodnight Jimmy, but he has also appeared in no less than 23 different audio plays on the show so far. Outside of his amazing achievements with Theatrical Shenanigans, he's an award-winning Los Angeles-based playwright and a proud member of the Dramatists Guild, and it's a thrill to have him here. Welcome, Darrin Ingram.
Thank you. Nice to be here. Thank you for having me.
It's a thrill to have you here and not in a performance capacity.
Well, I'm usually just a voice that you hear through email, so this is great.
I know. So as always, we start at the very beginning. What brought you into the arts world?
Oh my gosh. Well, I've been doing it since I knew how to walk and talk. So I was a young professional performer. I did it literally my whole young career, and then went to college for it, and then did national tours, and I mean on and on and on. So I've been in the arts my entire life, and I don't really know how not to be. So yeah.
It's an amazing thing to be a part of.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But you have a multitude of hats as well through your career, from performing through directing and producing and writing and so on and so on and so on. Do you have a preferred hat to wear, or is it very much an equal labor of love?
It is. It's so equal, because they're all different, like, they're different babies, they're different children. And I couldn't actually pick one. I think the interesting thing is that as you go through the list, there's something good about all of it. So it's just a matter of where your head is at that particular moment. For me, I just don't limit my headspace to just one area to create. I do like the process more than the performance, but that's true for any of the roles that I played. I love the act of creating and the art of creating. The presentation is kind of a bonus. Yeah.
And then, of course, you have a wonderful collection of work as a playwright. Do you have anything you prefer to write about, or genres you prefer to write in, or is it just everything?
Well, the genres themselves, no, but I would say at least 50% of the shows that I've done have someone who is neurodivergent in there, and not to make the story about that, but to normalize having neurodivergency on stage and allowing for those characters to live and breathe without creating a stigma around, oh, we have to talk about this thing. No, these are just normal, everyday people who happen to be neurodivergent. And coming from that past where my daughter is autistic, there's a sense of neurodivergency to all of us. But being a father who had to go through that journey of understanding and accepting and embracing and then celebrating and all of that, became something where I became very passionate towards it in the writing, that there were normalization of these people and these characters.
But then I had the thrill of meeting you through your marvelous work as a voice actor. As far as those roles are concerned, is there anything you particularly love to perform? Are there certain types of characters you enjoy more than others?
Well, it's funny. I mean, I've done a lot of gangster bad guys for you.
I'm not typecasting, I promise you.
But the best part about it is, if you got to know me, I'm literally the antithesis of one of the characters. But even throughout my acting career, I have played bad guys my entire life. It has something to do with how I look and how I sound and all of that sort of stuff. But they're fun to play. I will say though that the Bugs one,
yes,
that was a lot of fun because I got to go nuts, which is super fun to do.
They're in there. It was written by
They're
John
in there.
Yeah. So it was great, wonderfully written anyway. But it was one of those plays where as soon as it came to me, I was like, I know exactly who I want to do this, and I know
I love
that. So what does the rest of the year look like for you? Or do you have a kind of dream of what it will look like, or what projects do you have on the horizon, as it were?
Well, you and I are both playwrights. The biggest goal is to always get your work seen and
Okay.
heard as best you can.
Mm.
I have been working with a number of different either publishers or producers or theaters where it's all sort of in that, you know, mid to later stage of actually getting seen. So for me, it's just keeping to that,
Mm.
making sure that the theaters that I'm working with that I'm going back to one of the theaters that's hopefully going to publish my work, just check in and make sure we're still on track, things like that. I think something that a lot of writers forget is that, yeah, it's great to write something, but the work begins when you have to get people to see it.
Yeah.
Um, and it's a lot more work, and it's usually skills we don't have as writers of, you know, negotiating and collaborating. And, you know, writers, we tend to sit in a room and do our thing
We do.
and spit stuff out and go, hopefully people will like this. But there is the other side of that where we have to be affable, personable, and make connections. And that's the hardest part. And I tell my students all the time, like, if you want to make something, you also have to go do it. Don't wait for other people to go do it for you, you know? So that's the work. And hopefully by the end of the year, I'll have at least 2 or 3 different shows on their feet and running, which is the goal.
So lastly, the most complicated question I ask people, do you have a standout moment? A moment that when you think back makes you think, yeah, this is why I do this.
Interesting question. There is, and the answer might be opposite of what you might get from others. I was doing Mary Poppins
Mm.
with my son,
Oh,
and I played his dad in the show. So I played Mr. Banks, and he played, you know, Michael Banks,
Michael.
which was a blast. And that was the whole point. And you know, we it wasn't something that I was producing. We both had to audition, and it just worked out, which was great. But he wasn't really sure if this was what he wanted to do. He was just having fun with his dad.
Mm.
And then he was on stage, and I was backstage sort of watching from the wings because I was about to go on. And I watched his whole body relax.
Mm.
I watched everything about him open and him become less concerned about what he was doing and more concerned about being in the moment. I watched it in real time on stage, and he may have been 8, 9 years old, right? But I just watched this sort of process of, you know, relaxation and living in the moment. And I literally backstage went, oh, there it is. And I might have been too loud for, you know, somebody who's not on stage, maybe. First 3 rows might have heard me. But at the same time, when you talk about what is that moment that you feel theater, that you feel performance, oftentimes you don't necessarily notice it in yourself, but you see it in others and then reflect on yourself. When did I have that?
Mm.
And to see that in parallel and mirror to what I had experienced most of my life was like, there's theater right there. And within that same show, on the flip side, I was backstage for Let's Go Fly a Kite. But I got to see the audience. My purview was able to see the audience because of where I was standing.
Mm.
So you got to see all these people, young, old, doesn't matter,
Mm.
all living in that wonderful music and song and moment. And again, this is what theater's about. We're taking them somewhere. We're bringing them back to their childhood, or we're creating new childhood memories. It's so cool when you get to have those. And it doesn't happen all that often, but it does if you pay attention.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a glorious moment as well.
Mm-hmm.
Has he been bitten by the theatre bug now? Is that it?
He's 17. He is going to go to a musical theater college. He wants to go to
Yay.
New York and do the whole thing. And I'm like, I tried not to do that when he was younger. I know what this life is, but at the same time, because we know what this life is, we can help him.
So now we move on to our playwright and play for this episode. Rich Rubin is a fabulous playwright whose plays have been produced in the US and internationally in Europe, Asia, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, Mexico and the Middle East. He's also been the recipient of many awards and nominations, including being nominated for the L.R. Weisberger Award and been selected as a winner of the Julie Harris Playwright Award. The play we're going to hear today is called Maid, and when talking about it, Rich says, "My inspiration for the piece came from my desire to write a 2-character cat and mouse comedy thriller. In the piece, we see what sparks fly when a made man meets the new maid."
Theatrical Shenanigans presents Made Man by Rich Rubin.
Maid service. Okay if I come in? Whew. Jesus. Some people, I don't know, you'd think they were raised in a barn. Danny, Jim, and Jackie were sitting in the backseat. Their husband sang a seagull tune. And laughing, they remember a night in late December back in 1990.
Don't say a word.
Oh my God.
I said don't say a word. Not a fucking sound. Lock the door. Okay. Now come closer. I want to see what I'm dealing with here.
You know, I could always come back a little later.
Shut up. Just what the hell do you think you're doing?
I
You're going to tell me today or you're going to tell me tomorrow?
I work here.
You work here. No shit. Can't you read?
Read?
The sign. Do not disturb.
It wasn't there.
What do you mean it wasn't there? I put it there myself.
I don't know. Maybe it fell off, or maybe someone.
What do you mean, someone? What kind of someone?
I'm just saying.
Someone else out there?
No, not before. Not when I came in. But if you want, I could go out. And...
Shut up. What's that in your apron?
What?
Take off your apron and toss it over here.
Look, the apron's not mine. It belongs to the.
What the hell's the matter with you? Are you deaf? I know you're dumb, but are you deaf on top of that?
I am not dumb.
No?
No.
Yeah, well, I know dumb when I see it, and you look pretty dumb to me. What the hell's this?
That? It makes everything smell nice.
What, you mean like a deodorant?
Yeah, just like a deodorant. And I'm the one who's dumb, huh?
What?
Nothing. Can I say something?
No.
They're gonna come looking for me.
Who?
My supervisor. Plus, the guy who runs the place. If this row's not done by noon, they're gonna know something's wrong.
We got plenty of time. Noon ain't for another hour.
You're gonna keep me here for another hour?
I don't know. I'm still thinking about it.
Oh my God.
Would you stop saying, oh my God? It's beginning to freak me out.
It just dawned on me. You're taking me hostage.
What?
You're a terrorist and you're taking me hostage, right?
Yeah, I'm a fucking terrorist. I'm a fucking terrorist in a fucking towel.
I knew it.
Listen, I'm not a fucking terrorist, okay? Do I look like a fucking terrorist?
I don't know. I never met a terrorist before.
I never met a terrorist before. The hell's the matter with you anyway?
Just a little nervous, that's all.
Why are you so nervous?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's because you're pointing a fucking gun at my head.
Hey, watch your language.
Why? You're not watching your language. Why should I watch my language?
Because ladies are different from guys, and they should watch what they fucking say. That's why.
Oh, I see. Now I'm a lady. A second ago I was a hostage, but now I'm a lady all of a sudden.
I never said you was a hostage. You said you was a hostage, but that was you talking, not me.
Look, I don't got a lot of money, but whatever I got, I'll give you, okay? Here. This is for the ransom.
Ransom? What ransom? I just said you wasn't a hostage.
Okay, great. I'm not a hostage, but if it's money you're after, I swear this is all I've got.
Would you put your goddamn money away? Trust me, I don't need your money. Money, I got plenty.
Yeah, right.
What, you don't believe me?
Why should I believe you?
What's the matter now? I ain't got an honest face?
Fine. You say you're a fucking millionaire, you're a fucking millionaire. You already told me how dumb I am. You could be Donald fucking Trump for all I know.
Hey, what did I just say about language?
Look, all I'm saying is, you tell me you got loads of money, I'm sure you got loads of money.
Oh, now I get it. I can tell what you're thinking.
Yeah? What am I thinking?
You're thinking guy's got money. He wouldn't be found dead in a place like this, right?
Hey, some guys go for suites at the Hilton, some guys go for rooms with roaches. Each to his own, right?
Okay, that does it. Get down on the floor, right now, on your hands and knees.
What?
You heard me. On the floor, hands and knees.
No. No way.
What?
Oh, you'll have to kill me first. I'll do anything you want, but not that.
Anything but what? What the hell are you talking about?
You know exactly what I'm talking about. I may not be that smart, but let me tell you something, mister. That kind of stuff, I don't do. At least, not on a first date.
Ha! So what you think I want is to... Oh, man, that's a laugh. You're really a laugh, right? You know that?
So now I'm not just dumb. I'm also a laugh riot, huh?
Look, just get down on the floor and look under the bed, okay?
There's something under there.
No kidding. I wonder what that could be.
It looks like a suitcase.
No shit. What do you know? A suitcase under the bed. So how about pulling it out so I can show you what's in the fucking suitcase, okay? Now put it on top.
It's heavy. You must got a lot of stuff in there.
You're damn right I got a lot of stuff in there. That's the whole point.
Oh my God.
What?
My back. It just went out.
Oh, God. Do I look like a fucking chiropractor? Who the fuck cares?
You wouldn't by any chance have a Xanax on you, would you?
A Xanax. So now I'm not only a fucking chiropractor, I'm also your fucking pharmacist. Is that it?
Oof, this'll be workman's comp. I'll need you to be a witness.
Oh, yeah. I'll be a witness, all right. Just open the fucking suitcase, okay?
I can't. It's locked.
It's locked. What a surprise. 5191.
What?
That's the magic number. 5191. Open it.
Oh my God.
Again with the oh my God, huh? Yeah, at least this time it makes sense.
There must be $1 million in here.
Actually, 2,400,000.
In my whole life, I never saw so much money.
You still think I need your lousy $10?
Is this all yours?
It is now.
Oh, shit. I knew it. It's stolen, right? You've robbed a bank, and now my fingerprints are all over it.
It ain't from a bank. And trust me, the guys I took it from ain't out there looking for fingerprints. They're out there looking for me.
Jesus. This is just like in the movies.
Except in the movies, they always catch up with the guy. But let me tell you a little secret. Me, they're not going to catch up with.
Jesus. They're going to find you, and then they'll find my fingerprints, and then they're going to...
Correction. Where I'm going, they ain't never going to find me.
No, they will. They always do. And after they find you, they're going to come back to this place, and they're going to knock on the door, and they'll take one look at me, and then they'll...
Would you shut up? There's no way they're going to find me. And you want to know why? Because when it comes to disappearing, guess who's numero uno? Guess who's the best?
I give up. Who?
Me, that's fucking who. 1 minute I'm here, the next minute I'm gone. Poof, like a puff of smoke. Just like that.
Where are you going to go?
Well, the thing is, I could tell you that.
Okay.
Yeah, but then I'd have to kill you.
Maybe you'd better not tell me.
Yeah, maybe not. Let me ask you something, okay? What's the biggest tip you ever got?
For one night?
Yeah, one night.
One occupant or two?
One guy.
$9.
$9? Who leaves $9? I mean, if you're thinking 9, why not go for 10?
Go figure, right? This guy leaves me 9 singles.
That's weird.
You can say that again. Weirdest thing that ever happened to me. Until today, I mean.
You got any of them mints?
What?
You know, them little minty things, the kind you leave on the pillow.
Mints. That's really funny, you know that?
What's so funny about mints?
Well, for one thing, most people who stay here,
Yeah?
they can tell we're not a minty kind of place. Brings rats.
Ugh, I hate rats.
You hate rats? What should I say? I'm the one who's the maid, remember?
But the problem is, I hate rats, but I love mints.
Well, you can stop by a candy machine on your way to the airport. Those little ones, I think they're $4 for $1.
Shit, that much?
What the hell do you care? If you want, you can buy yourself about 10 million of them.
Yeah, I guess I could, couldn't I?
Sure. The last of the big time spenders, right?
Hey, you know something? I'm beginning to like you.
Good. As long as you're not gonna shoot me.
Oh, hell, I'm not going to shoot you. I mean, not unless I have to. Shit. It's like you said, you're the fucking maid. If I kill you, who are they going to call to clean up the mess?
Exactly. Plus, you have no idea what it's like getting blood out of the carpet. Cleaning blood's a bitch, believe me.
You clean blood out of this carpet?
Mister, believe me, I've cleaned blood out of tons of carpets.
Some job, huh?
Hey, pays the rent, okay? So why complain?
All right, go ahead. Take one of the bills.
Oh, I couldn't do that.
Why not?
It wouldn't be right.
Consider it a tip.
But it's $100.
Last of the big-time spenders, remember?
But what am I supposed to do here? I haven't even finished.
You know what you are?
No, what?
You're very... what's the word? Conscientious. Yeah, that's it. Conscientious. Most people these days, they ain't conscientious. But you are conscientious. I got respect for that.
Thank you.
Come here. Closer. Go ahead, take the money. It's something to remember me by.
You sure?
Sure, I'm sure.
Okay, but only if you let me do what I came here to do. Otherwise, it's stealing.
And we wouldn't want that now, would we?
Sorry. That's not what I meant. Anyway, I'm no one to judge, believe me.
How long's it gonna be?
Till I'm done? I don't know. Not more than a couple minutes.
Okay, get to work and then get the hell out of here. Buy something nice with that $100.
Well, if that's what you want, but I'm gonna need to do the bed first. Is it all right if I move the suitcase?
With your back? Are you kidding?
Thanks, Bobby.
What the fuck's going on here?
Language, Bobby, language. Joey and Vincent send their regards, by the way. I wouldn't say their warmest regards, just their regards.
Who the fuck are you?
Me? I'm just the maid, Bobby. That's all. I just clean up the mess other folks make.
Look, there's enough here for both of us.
You mean me and you?
Sure, just think what a team we could be.
I don't know, Bobby. Me? I'm like, conscientious and all. And you, well, it's like you yourself said. You're prone to disappear. Here 1 minute and gone the next, right? Poof. Just like that. In a puff of smoke. These are good. Sorry about the mints, Bobby. What can I say? I just like them myself.
I have to say, I do love a twist. That was Jacqueline Friscorn as Maid and George Sapio as Man in Maid Man by Rich Rubin. So Darrin, what did you think?
I loved it. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because when I first started listening to it, because I listened to it before I read it on purpose, I wanted to hear the color. So when I first heard the maid come in and I heard the interaction right between the man and the maid, I was like, this maid isn't as scared as I would be. Right? There was a layer, there was some foreshadowing, which I absolutely adored. I was like, okay, she's either had this situation before, or there's something weird going on, right? And I didn't know what it was, which I love that kind of foreshadowing. Because I love the concept of giving the audience something to think about as they're going in and making them feel like they're part of the solution or part of the mystery, as it were. So there was a lot of that throughout. So to your point, when the twist happened at the end, it was kind of like, oh, that's why. Okay. All right, I get it.
But then there's also like after the twist comes in, you think back to comments she made, like when she talks about having cleaned blood out of several carpets.
Yeah.
Now your brain is thinking, is she talking as a maid or is she talking as a hit person now?
Right. Right. Or both.
Or
right.
Yeah.
Or both. She comes in as a maid, does the hitman thing, leaves as a maid, And the fact that he only offered $100 tip, I mean, he was doomed from the beginning. I mean, that's it. Like if you have a briefcase full of cash and you're only giving $100 away, sorry, I don't feel any remorse over her killing you at that point. Come on, man. Could have been a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, you have an entire suitcase worth of money and the thing is, and she knows, she's the only one who knows. So if this had followed through the expected trajectory, as in he took his money and left, she's the only one who's seen his face. She knows exactly what he did. Hush money is worth way more than that.
I like how we're both disappointed in him. Like, come on, man. What's wrong with you? Either kill her or pay her off. Come on. You suck at your job.
I mean, he talks about no one being able to find him, but if they ever do find him, she's the one going to be pointing the finger in court, man.
Right.
She's the one putting you away.
Right. Especially if you only gave her $100.
Exactly.
What was fascinating in retrospect, though, was all of those ways that she was manipulating him to make sure that she found where the money was.
Yeah. I'd say I've always loved the idea of, in the world of crime, a woman in charge.
Oh, yeah.
Just because it does go so against the stereotypes.
Mhm.
So, I mean, like you look at the most prolific serial killers throughout history, the big ones they talk about are all men.
Hmm.
So it is nice to have a twist on the situation.
The question you have to ask yourself is: do we only talk about men because the women were never caught?
That is very valid. But this is the other thing as well. I also got to the end and I was like, well, now I want to know where this goes.
Yeah.
Or what happened before.
Yeah.
Like,
who is she? Yeah.
Yeah. She says Joey and Vincent send their regards. So is she now just going to go and hand this money over to someone else, or is she now going to go off and kill them as the people who employed her because she knows how much money's at play?
Sounds like a sequel, man. Sounds like a sequel.
There we go.
Gotta write it.
We have spoken.
Gotta write it.
It's a wonderful fly on the wall moment, but it also
Yeah.
lends itself to, as you say, a lot of before and a lot of after.
Hmm.
Because there's so many questions you have like by the end, because
You have the heist. You have where did the accomplices go?
yeah, where's she going now? Is she gonna
Yep.
kill said accomplices? Because now obviously there's a lot of money at play.
Right. Right.
But I still keep getting drawn back to that one moment. I think it's my favorite line in the whole piece is "Cleaning blood's a bitch, believe me." It's just
The
beautiful.
history on that, right? The history on
Yes.
that line.
I love plays that draw you in like this and then leave you with like a billion questions and points of discussion.
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
That's how it should be. Audiences should be discussing, not sort of pack. I've gotten sort of tired of plays that button too well, because I like audience conversation. I like sort of a hanging something like what happens to that person? Cool. I like that. Like, let's talk about it. What do you think happens?
Yeah.
Where do you think this story goes? I love those.
Yeah, I think a almost condemning review of a play. If you go and see a play and you ask them what they think and they just go, "Oh, it was nice,"
It was good.
and
Yeah.
that's it. And
Yeah,
it's like,
done.
oh no.
Done. Yeah. Or if they say to you, "Oh my gosh, we talked for like 10 hours afterwards. We couldn't figure out that." Oh, okay, I'm seeing that one.
Yeah. As a student, we went to see quite a lot of theatre, and the ones that still stick in my mind to this day were ones we sat in the pub and discussed for an hour, 2 hours
Yep.
afterwards.
That's what you want. You want to elicit some sort of emotion from them, and I think this does that.
Both characters, despite only having less than 20 pages to get to know both of them, they both feel so real.
You know them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see them in my mind's eye. I can see Bobby with this like massive suitcase full of money. And I can see her in her kind of very delicate and very subtle way of behaving and giving the impression of being, the delicate flower who, don't hurt me. And then all the time you kind of think there's something behind those eyes.
Yeah. I gave him some involuntary sweats in my mind. I don't know why, but he just will not stop profusely sweating. I don't know if that's just me, but
it's got a wonderful level of tension that just never quite goes away. And as a listener, you're never quite entirely relaxed about it.
Yep. And I could see on stage it having the same sort of push and pull, because you can see the gun, you can see the tension. Yeah.
Yeah. You can almost feel the whole something's not quite right. This is too calm. And then it suddenly switches and it gives, and it's a beautiful moment of timing. Okay, we are almost out of time. Your final thoughts on the piece, Darrin?
Again, I agree with you. I think the piece actually deserves a sequel or an expansion of some sort, because there's just too many questions. But that said, that's what you want from theater. So I will never tell a writer what to do. I just tell them what I would love. yeah, I love characters where there's a back and forth, where there's tension created, where there's unknown things about them, so that you leave that performance going, gosh, what else? What happened next? And there's the ability to have a conversation. This does that.
Yeah.
So good job.
Yeah, completely agree. Okay, we are out of time. Darrin, thank you so much for being here with me as something other than a character.
Anytime you want to talk plays, I'm all for it.
And that is all we have time for in this very first episode of Theatrical Shenanigans. I hope you really enjoyed my chat with Darrin as much as I did. If you've enjoyed this episode or any of the others you've heard, please feel free to tell us so on Facebook or Instagram, or give us a rating or follow on any of the platforms the show's available on. We'll be back in 2 weeks with another fabulous play and guest to chat with, but in the meantime though, I've been Rachel Feeney-Williams, this is Theatrical Shenanigans, bringing down the curtain and saying, I hope you can join us next time.
Theatrical Shenanigans is part of an RFW Scripts production, found on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts and Podbean. Theme music is written and produced by Chris Cody.